Here it is finally. So, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, welcome back. After some small waiting time, we are finally here, and it is semi-final number 2, game number 1. It is a PVZ, it is LoCo against Bly, and we have LoCo here as the orange Protoss player at the, let's just say, 8 o'clock position, or just better to say on the left side, because on dual side it's only left side, or right side, where Bly is spawning as the blue Zerg player. With me co-casting is MC Dubs from Imber TV. Unfortunately, because of a desync, was not able to join the game, but he's
That's right.
going for some long distance co-casting, so to say. And yeah,
That's definitely right. Thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me to cast with you. It's always fun, and we seem to work well together. So it's nice to continue this. Now look at that, Virus Bly getting tased from all those probes, but it looks like Virus Bly will move that drone off. And I probably shouldn't do the play-by-play a little bit because I am watching a little bit delayed here, huh, Andrew?
I was just thinking absolutely the same, but very good of you to realize this just in time. So
It's hard sometimes when I see a full screen of StarCraft. I usually just want to, go all out with it.
start talking and stuff. I know
That's right.
exactly what you were talking about, but I mean, yeah, this happens from time to time. Um, But audio commentary for those of you who are not watching the stream, just listening to the stream, this would be no problem as well. But let's focus on Bly's base. He is going for the spawning pool right now. He's not going for any hatcheries. LoCo's got his probe here, but there is no intention just yet of Bly to go for a hatchery here.
And with that probe, he will be able to potentially block that off. But since there isn't any drone out there, he will not.
This is actually pretty weird.
Yes, it is.
Because
Sorry, man. Sorry,
yeah,
man. You just go ahead and take it. You go all in
yeah.
on.
I mean, if you have any questions, if you want to say something, just interrupt me, go for it. Other than that, I will just do it solo by then. So, just if you have anything on your mind,
Of
just
course.
feel free to tell us. So we see Bly with the extractor here, and the extractor is not just yet getting attacked. He's got a sentry out next. I mean, LoCo, and of course this first zealot is blocking already. So we see two gates. Now the question will be: is it two gate expand or is it a four gate? Is it a four gate out of one gas? Because he needs to get rid of this extractor pretty soon if he wants to maintain a constant sentry production. And now, of course, one sentry will take quite a long time to tickle this extractor array. The last probe got home just in time, followed by those zerglings here. And on this map, there are actually quite a lot of flowers. I mean, there are flowers everywhere here on this extractor. Boom. At the natural expansion here at the waterfall, they are like freaking everywhere. And on the other hand, if we want to take a look at the right side, it's all fire and yellow-orange crystals and stuff, and this wall of lava, smoke, or whatever you want to call it, mini volcanoes.
Yeah, I think that's really cool with the wall of lava smoke. It's
Yeah,
pretty sweet.
it looks so awesome, doesn't
And I
it?
like the Zelnaga watchtowers on this map. They're the
Yeah,
gateways that turn to warp gates.
the gateways, Olanaga watchtowers, yeah, of course. One intention here of LoCo to go for a pylon on the low ground, but Bly was immediately picking this one off. There is one zealot and a sentry. Now we see more sentries and more zealots warping in, so LoCo's intention actually is really to go for a nexus here. There we see the nexus. There are the zerglings, of course, will not be able to do anything about it. And now the zerglings run away, and let's take a look about those gateways, Zelnaga watchtowers. Here we have, for example, the blue one, and this is pretty interesting because I can show you. Oh no, those are already warp gates. Because when those warp gates are, those Zelnaga watchtowers are not occupied, they look like a normal gateway, and when they are occupied by a unit, they open up and become a warp gate.
Yeah,
And we have the blue
definitely cool.
one, and actually, it's both the blue ones. I thought for a moment this on the right side was actually a red one, but anyway, we see LoCo is moving out. He's got those sentries, he's got those zealots, he's got a couple of stalkers as well. He wants to do some damage, and Bly needs to make something happen. And by something happen, I'm talking about those roaches who just got out. He's got 4 roaches out, 2 more pretty soon. And he's just going for more drones, so he's not too afraid of a possible attack, and looks like he should not be, because LoCo was pulling back. He's not going for any proxy pylons of any kind. This circling here by Bly still running around, spotting for any hidden tech. This Overlord can be used later on some sacrificial scouting device. And we see a Forge finished for LoCo and a Robo coming up. So looks like the most standard straight up PvZ play ever coming up here by LoCo. Going for the 3-gate expand, getting the Forge, getting the Robo, and just go for some Colossi.
Now, 9 minutes in, let's go ahead and take a look at the income and see what these players are pulling in.
Just go ahead. Let's wait those 2 seconds until you see the income tab as well.
Oh, I see. So they are a little bit even on their economy. 44. It looks like 44 probes to 40 drones here. Now, it looks like Bly has his full mining, going down on his natural expansion and starting to reap the benefits of that. He will need to expand soon, though, because LoCo has his second base up as well.
Yeah, indeed he does, and this is interesting. So he decided to go for the Robo, and then he decided not to build a single unit in there. He wanted to go for 1 observer, and he's finishing with a Stargate. Here we have the observer by him flying around, and one thing Bly is doing is go for the roaches. He is going for the speed, which is already finished, and he's going for the burrow. But with this observer already out, he might be in a lot of trouble. And LoCo wanted to go for the 6 o'clock expansion now, will be in a lot of trouble, because there we see the Nexus will be cancelled. The probe is going down. I mean, I like this move, not to wait for too long to stay on 2 bases and just say, okie dokie, it's time for me to expand once again.
And that, pretty good timing push there from those roaches, denying that expansion, though, from LoCo. And it looks like those roaches are going to push in.
And indeed, they do. Some nice force fields being placed here. Separating the majority of those roaches. The cannon buying a little bit of more time, but now he needs to warp in more stalkers. He got an Immortal in production, but the 2 pylons still alive, and this Immortal, when is it coming out? Right now. He needs to micro the Immortal, otherwise he will be in a lot of trouble, and immediately all those roaches trying to take out this Immortal as fast as possible. There goes the Immortal, the roach is in a good position, because LoCo does not have many units. He's got the Stargate finished. I'm not sure why he's not using his Phoenixes just to buy himself a little bit more time, but just by lifting up a couple of those roaches. Why he's not going for at least a single Void Ray, but with those nice force fields, actually, he's doing a great job at just separating those roaches from the rest of their roach friends here.
Definitely.
Now we have another Immortal at the middle, trying to do more damage, but with more roach reinforcements coming in. The second Immortal will get taken out, and still we do not see a Void Ray, but Bly just hammering those roaches out. We got 12 more roaches in production here. Those 2 cannons just finishing, but I'm not sure if they finished just in time. Another Immortal is finished. I'm not seeing why he's continuing with the Immortal production. I mean, all the Immortals he produced just killed like no roach and died like super fast. And now we finally see a Void Ray out, but I'm afraid this Void Ray might be out a little bit too late. Even though a Void Ray is a good unit to have to deal with those roaches, it is still like Mondragon, for example, showed us on the TSL. Not everything you need to have to take out a lot of roaches, just rampaging in your natural expansion, which is just happening right now. And more roaches just streaming in, taking out more cannons. We see some more zealots being warped in. Finally, this Void Ray is out. It will get charged up pretty soon, but the Void Rays will deal too much damage. LoCo not paying attention, not microing his Void Ray for a second. It was charged up, then he was not continuing to
Oh
attack
man.
those units. Still not using his Phoenixes. He GG'd out of the game. Bly takes his first game, but LoCo, he's got 150 energy on 3 of those Phoenixes. He could lift it up more and more of those roaches. So I'm just saying Bly absolutely deserved his win because LoCo basically played absolutely bad. I
I'd say
have
so. Losing those immortals I mean, like 3 immortals that early in the game is just so damaging to the play of any Protoss player. And the fact that he didn't use those Phoenixes are very it's very disturbing. So hopefully next game he will be able to micro up his units well enough, and I won't get desynced. That'd be nice.
yeah, and about the desync, this happened